Today we are here live on the USAA San Antonio campus for Gold Star Gamers, where we have USAA employees and Gold Star kiddos here competing on behalf of our Gold Star families.
We have Gold Star Gamer kids here representing 5 different families of service members that lost their life. And each one of the USA teams is representing a different child and their parent.
I'm representing Sergeant Hester.
My dad, he was in the Army and he was a sniper. It feels great that they're representing him.
It does hold a deep and dear place in my heart, to be able to represent someone that has fallen in the line of duty, right? And to have their family here as well. You want to do the best that you can, right? And I want to be the best example that I can to these kids.
It doesn't have to be about financial products and pricing. It's about how we show up for our members. It's a great way for us to give back, and there's no better way to give back than supporting these kids.
So it's pretty exciting, it gets a lot of people involved, it gets families involved. It's another way to show appreciation to who we support.
Serving our military community and families is more than just what we do. It's truly who we are at USAA. We care about military families, and events like this are a perfect example of that gratitude in action.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Aiden here with Loki, our stream production coordinator with Gold Star Gamers, and our 2 amazing guest casters, Noelle, better known as Will, and Alex, better known as Anova. Today we'll be presenting the final qualifying matches for the Gold Star Gamers Cup, sponsored by USA. We'll be watching some of USA's best, duking it out alongside with their teammates, playing Marvel Rivals to see who will make it to the finals. Let's jump right into it.
All right, first we're going to introduce our 2 casters. We've got Will. Noelle, do you want to introduce yourself and let everybody know who you are?
Hey, so I'm also participating in the tournament, the captain of the finance team, and I played with these teams multiple times, so I know them pretty well, and I've been playing Marvel Rivals since it released, actually the early stages of it, so very familiar with how it works, so looking forward to getting into this match.
All right, good to have you on board. Anova, Alex, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure, yeah, just like Will said, super excited to see these 2 teams face off today. We've been having an awesome job playing in the tournament and supporting all the kids in Gold Star Gamers, so excited to get this game going.
Awesome. Do you want to introduce our first team? We've got Eternity and Beyond first to go.
All right, so we have the captain here, Sid, aka Such Confusion. So I have a couple questions. So I'll start with the first one, which is team name Eternity and Beyond. What kind of energy are you hoping to bring hoping your squad brings into the matchup?
Hey, I'm Sid here, the captain of To Eternity and Beyond. I think the energy that we're bringing to the game is to try our hardest, give it all we got in our gameplay, and that'll decide who goes through on this game. Yeah.
All right, cool. Next, so you basically with your team, and I've noticed this as well, is that you have a lot of role flexibility across your roster, especially with players who can swap between all 3 roles. How important is adaptability to your game plan?
Yeah, so we have experimented in scrims and practice games with different people playing different roles, and it really depends on what people are good at and what the other team is playing, so we try to respond to the other team and play different characters based on that.
Cool. Next up, as the captain / team tank player, how do you set the pace for your team during big team fights?
Yeah, so I'm also the in-game leader, the shot caller of our team, so I try to assign like specific game plan for each fight. So before the fight happens, we usually try to run down what our game plan is for each fight, and then go into it with a plan in mind.
All right, next up, which player on your roster do you think could be the difference maker tonight, and what makes them dangerous?
I couldn't pick a certain player, but if I were to tell you to keep your eyes on, I would say Flaming Lump or Calvin might show up today and be the difference maker and be our MVP. That's what I'm hoping.
I got you. Yeah, I played against you, so I know. I might want to give it way too much, but I do know what the most dangerous for each one's going to be. Now, next up, and last question for you. Ult F4 sounds like a team built around disruption and big ultimate moments. What is your plan to shut them down, or do you have anything set in stone yet?
We're a very reactive team, so we're gonna see what they've got planned for us and then react and adapt as we go. That's always been our plan.
Sounds good. All right, appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we're going to introduce Alt F4. Alex, you want to take that over?
Alt F4, yes. Captain Nathan Morrison, continuing off of Will's question, you've got a great name. How much of your team's identity is built around your clutch ultimates and chaotic team fights?
Well, Alt F4, we were trying to think of, we're a tech team, so we were trying to think of a fun sort of pun name. We were thinking, Control Alt Delete or Alt F4. We've definitely gotten better at communicating our ults as we've been scrimming and competing. They definitely are difference makers whenever it comes time. And yeah, I really think that the timing our ults is really going to be the difference maker in this game.
Awesome. Yeah, we have you listed here as a tank and a support. As team captain, how do you balance leading the team while also, staying locked in on your own gameplay, staying focused?
So ironically, I have to give big accommodation to Avi, aka Silver on Discord, aka Don't Interact. I recently got engaged, so I was on vacation for a lot of this tourney, and so I have to give props to him because he has actually been sort of working as the captain for a large percentage of this tourney, and he has helped lead the team to be able to compete tonight to where we need to be. He's also one of our highest ranking on the team, so he has helped out a lot. And then with me as tank support, as to sort of answer your question, I always fire back at people that call it the support role, and I say it's not support, it's strategist, and I think that is all the answer that you need to talk about the importance of that role as captain.
That's so true. Couldn't agree more. And congratulations on getting engaged. Next question for you. What do you think gives your team the edge over Sid's team in this matchup?
We've scrimmed a lot with them. We have really good chemistry. I think that I wanted to mention whenever we announced we were going to do like these pregame interviews, I wanted to mention that we are sort of like the underdog team, and I think that really brings us all together. There was a moment where we weren't sure we were going to have enough people to play in the tournament for like registration, and we were scrambling to get enough people. And I think because of that, like we all sort of like are in it together for like a chance to compete, and people have sort of been underestimating us. I mean, so much of our team, whenever we were building our team, consisted of one role. Like if you look back, like we have like 5 tanks on the team. So we had to really learn some flexibility. And Ray as well, like Ray came in from Overwatch and was like, whenever he joined the tourney, he was level 7 on Marvel Rivals. And so people weren't sure like how well he would do. And he just brought over his Overwatch knowledge, and now he's freaking steamrolling. So I really think that sort of, to take it back to your question, is like what we have is like, because of this weird sort of dynamic and circumstance that we're put in, we have that chemistry that you need as a team.
Awesome. And I'm hearing we're a little short on time, so one more question for you. Is there a specific player on your team or a combo that we need to be looking out for in this next couple games?
Well, I mean, the other captain's here, so I don't want to give up too much of our strategy. But I would definitely be saying, watch out again for Ray. Ray again. Everybody underestimated him at the start of the tourney. They were like, he's a level 7. He's an Overwatch person. He's not going to know the characters. And he's come in as sort of our DPS guy, and he has been just absolutely crushing it. And then everybody else on the team has been doing amazing too. Like Tuna has been subbing again with me gone. Don't Interact has been leading the team. We got some really good tank players on here. Sensation again has learned how to flex as a support, which was like unusual to him at first. And so I think we just got a really good group all around.
Awesome. So I'm hearing from the tournament personnel that we're going to send our team captains back to their teams. Good luck to everybody, and let's get these games going.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sweet. All right, so best of 3, and then just for context, everybody, the team that loses tonight will not make it to phase 2, aka will not make it to the finals. So this is pretty big.
Yeah, definitely high stakes for sure. I'm sure all these teams are on edge. We'll see who has the edge coming out in game 1 here. It's going to be a big game.
Yeah. So, and I wanted to ask you, Alex, because you were in the same coast as them, and you played against them in official matches. It was definitely a different vibe as opposed to just playing them scrims, in which I played them multiple times. I heard Gingy say that they think they're the underdog. Do you agree?
You know, I think both teams are very good. We beat both of them 2-1, so I feel like we're even matched against both of them. They both have fantastic teams, and I think it's just going to come down to whoever plays better today is going to take it away with it. So excited to see them get going.
So I was talking to Sid, they've been honing in on the ban phase, because they said that was one of their biggest, the pick and ban phase. Because so if y'all familiar, if anybody that plays Marvel Rivals, the tournament ban phase, which is what we're going to see here, is a little bit different than the competitive one. So if you're diamond and above, then you get to ban 3 characters in comp. But with tournament, then you get to do ban save. So it's like it's a very huge mind game, which is really cool going into it. The tactics behind it, and obviously you're all on the same page, right? Because this is not just 6 people in a comp game, which who knows how that's going to go, right? This is going to be 6 people or 5 other people, I should say, that you're working with closely. So the tournament ban, the ban save is a really huge mind game. And Sid, aka Eternity and Beyond's team, has had some struggles with it in the past. So I'm pretty interested to see how they adapt to this match setting.
Absolutely, yeah. As a team captain, that's the thing you got to be looking out for, doing research, watching everybody else's games, seeing what you need to ban, what you need to save. There's a lot of strategy involved for sure.
Yeah. And it also complicates the matter of the fact that these teams have played each other a couple times, so they know what to expect. So then you got to say, okay, they're going to expect us to do this. Do we want to, whether it's banning, saving, or to what to play, right? So there's so many different things to look out for. And I want to harken back to what Such Confusion said, wherein he was talking about the thing to look out. So the characters that are in play, especially for Flaming Lump, would be his magic is really good. So I expect that to be the first ban just as off the rip. But if not, then it would be interesting to see how they adapt to playing against Flaming Lump, because he's a very interesting character, because he plays magic, but if he doesn't, then he plays a really good tank. Like I played with tank with him. He plays Magneto really well. He plays Strange really well. He's really flexible. He's come a long way since last year, because last year he was a one trick and just would play some other things when needed. But that's going to be somebody who I'm going to keep my eye on during this match.
Yeah, I've heard through the grapevine that these team captains have been talking at lunch every day, thinking about what they're going to ban, what they're going to save, and I'm interested to see if they have some tricks up their sleeve, some mystery players they haven't showed in scrims. That would be interesting to see for sure.
Yeah, and between these two teams, the dynamic's pretty interesting too, because to set some additional context is that with Eternity Beyond, they played last year, pretty much all of them, as my understanding, or most of them, right? And so they have a lot of things going for them in that respect. On the other side, Ulta 4 is a pretty brand new team, and they not just like as a team like forming together, but just a lot of them are new to the game in general. So Ray on the other side is kind of like, in a sense, the opposing force of Flaming Lump, wherein he's new to the game, unlike Flaming Lump, but he is pretty flexible too, but much less so, and he's just got raw mechanical skill. His Phoenix is really good, and anything hit scan. He came over for Overwatch, so he's a really interesting player to watch as well. So if you see him, it's Ray REI Nero. If you see him in the game, that's somebody I'll be looking out for. Obviously, DPS kind of pull your attention more so, right? Because obviously getting kills is usually a lot more enjoyable to watch, unless you see a big play from either of the other roles, but that's something else I'm looking at. Okay, so like I said, the first one is the Magic Band, which is certainly not surprising. I definitely, especially in the first match, it might change later, so keep an eye on that.
Interesting to see Punisher go off the board first for the other team. We'll see how they prioritize after the second ban here.
This is like the fastest phase I've seen in a while. They are obviously well versed in what they wanted to ban save. So this is where it might get interesting, right? Once you see the additional bans come out and how the subsequent saves go. So as you can see, the ban is the first one with the little X out or circle out, and then the save is right here. So they saved the Hulk. Alt F4 did. So
interesting to see.
Go ahead.
Yeah, interesting to see that they saved Hulk. I know that he gave us some problems, so they want to keep that for sure.
Yeah. So a Hulk in your backline is definitely super dangerous, right? And the Dino is a respect man for Such Confusion. Been playing it a little bit. We see him hovering, so we can see the hovers, which is like what they expect to play, right? So Thor, Calvin Boo, I think is how he pronounced it. Actually, I haven't asked him. I just say Calvin every time. But his flanking Thor, dude, is a nuisance. I would not be surprised to see that ban come out, or actually the save from Centurion. So they ended up banning Groot, which is interesting because they were hovering it. So I guess I don't know what changed the plan there.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going on in Sid's mind. All right, they saved the Thor.
Yep. So that's really good for them, right? Because that means obviously they have the Thor in the back pocket. However, that means that it's probably signaling to Ulta 4, hey, by the way, supports, you better check your 6 because there's going to be a Thor coming up behind you, because he often does the flank maneuver and he's very, very good at it. Because even if you're a Thor, because he's so maneuverable, right? Like he just gets in and gets out. He doesn't have to kill your team. As long as he survives and distracts them for 5-6 seconds, 2 to 3 of them, that's huge value, right? And that's what Calvin's really good at doing, at pushing the limits without dying and getting the value even without getting kills. He gets kills a lot often, but even if he doesn't, he just doesn't die. And that's what really distracts your whole team. It's really annoying. And I'm speaking from personal experience if you can't tell.
Oh yes, surprising ban to see Scroll Girl go off the board last. Phoenix survives the ban phase. We'll see if we see a Phoenix here in the first game.
Oh man, as a Ultron enjoyer, especially because what's today? On the 12th is when he gets nerfed, so I'm super excited to see him. I really enjoyed playing him, and I think he's a really great pick, especially because a lot of the save of the Moon Knight. Moon Knight is pretty much hard countered by Ultron. It's not only just because of the healing you output to mitigate the damage he puts, but more so because you can actually just like pummel him from long range, super safe, and it's almost impossible if you keep distance for Moon Knight to hit you, right? So that's something I'm really going to be keeping my eye on.
Interesting to see Calvin's getting a little sneaky here, a little tricky going around the left side. We'll see if he tries to flank starting out of the gate here.
No, that's what I'm saying, man. Like this is his bread and butter. He's not going to be playing with the main team. He's going to be flanks. He knows where the health packs are. That's where he's going to be getting a large majority, if not all of his healing, at least for the early part of the game. If nothing else, he might just scout and just say, hey, this is what they're playing, because getting info early on defense is super important.
All right, interesting to see what Nate's team does out the gate here. Looks like they're going hard left. Not a very popular path to take on this map, but we'll see if it works out for him.
There you go, Calvin coming in the back line. I got my eyes on him, man. He's coming in for the supports.
One thing to note for Nate's team, their Hulk is incredible at just disrupting the back line. We're going to see if he has some impact here starting out the gate. Looks like him and Thor are going neck and neck out of the spawn here. Oh, and there goes Calvin.
Thanks. Yeah, all right. I built him up early, but sorry, he definitely is struggling here a little bit early, but that's okay. We'll see how the defense recovers.
Yeah, Calvin's trying to make the game interesting here.
This first attack really is going to be successful. So I was definitely big on the Ultron, and it seems to be working out very well. This triple support is such a strong comp right now. Like even with Ultron or Mantis or what have you, they're trying to do the teleport. I don't know if this is going to be a time, but it looks like it could be.
Starting out the gate, their Winter Soldier Ray has gotten really hot with a couple of quick picks there to get advantage on the point. We'll see if they can hold the half of the teleport.
Teleport is a bold strategy, but it does look like they're going to be overwhelmed. It's just too many.
Too little, too late.
Yeah. Well, once you get the Punisher rolling. Yeah, once you get that Punisher rolling, there's no going back.
Looks like Winter Soldier and Emma are absolutely rolling for Nate's team starting out for Alt F4.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed, right? Especially because like he himself admitted is that they are the underdogs, and so they need to really set this tone, which they have done. Ult's coming up. They have the Moon Knight ult, which could get some picks. Otherwise, if they don't get a pick with that, it's just feeding the ult charge to the enemy support. So.
Carter's got to stay alive here, see if he can get a really good ult off to cut down their time for this payload portion of the convergence map.
Yeah, the whole trying to pass around, but man, like with the Moon Knight and Phoenix damage, it's just very tough to be in there too long.
The Moon! You see, Ult F4 is applying a lot of really good pressure. There's the Moon Knight ult from Flaming Lump. Don't think he got any picks there.
Oh no, the Moon Knight got stuck outside the hole, dude. That's tragic.
Yeah, the Hulk is doing some serious damage to start this game.
He's such a wild card, man. Just had that huge massive body in their back line. Oh, he got him. He's exactly who he was looking for.
That was a huge ult by Sid though.
Yeah, Sid is a great magneto, but the Emma ult is just too powerful. The interaction too strong.
The important part of this game, if your tanks are staying alive, that means you got good healing. So Ult F4 has definitely got the healing advantage starting out this game.
A late ult from the White Fox, countered by the Rocket. This could be anybody's game at this point, actually.
Everyone's popping the ults here. Let's see who makes it out.
That's a
lot of ults invested.
It's like Ult F4 is coming out on top, is just too strong. Once you get the Hulk on you and he's getting the heal, especially from the triple support, it's just so hard to dislodge him. He's just gonna pummel everybody. And he goes for shield, so you can't shield his damage, right? It's just, and it's AoE, so he just cleaves everybody down. It's too much. I like to see a change being made. I think that Eternity and Beyond need to swap something up. We see the Captain America coming up, but yeah, we already see the Thor plan was giving up on pretty early. So definitely some good changes, but making the changes is one step you got to execute.
And that might be one of those things where Sid as team captain just says, you know, let's play out this first game and we'll talk in the locker room before game 2 to see if we can adjust.
Yeah, ideally you're able to hold them before you reach that locker room, right? But yeah, the Ult F4 on the inverse side is not going to have to make any changes because they're still looking good.
Hulk and Ultron with ult here. Let's see how these go.
No, they just got into his ult. Oh, too slow. So he got it up like, oh no, oh that's just absolutely tragic. There's very little chance that they turn this around. If they do, this will be a huge play, but I don't expect it to happen.
And I will be absolutely shocked if Eternity does not ban Hulk going forward into the next game.
Yep, Captain America is just thrown around like a ragdoll, then he's just dead. Yeah, so that ult came up just a little bit too late, a little bit too slow putting it down. This fight is going to be, oh wait, hold on. No, it was a good shot. No, wait a second. Okay, this is going back and forth. Come back here.
Yeah, Ray is starting this first game absolutely on fire. He's clicking heads right now.
If this Winter Soldier ult gets rolling, this could be a turnaround.
It could.
I did not expect. Yeah.
They're gonna burn some time anyway. They can't.
Yeah, 1 second. You gotta use it. Oh, he expired. Calvin, no, don't let it expire.
Oh, they gotta keep Winter Soldier up.
Yeah. He got the Ultron though. So the Winter Soldier, when he hits the Ultron, it grounds him. He's a really good counter in that respect if you can hit him with it.
Also has one of the most destructive ults in the game. Let's see if we can get it on his ult.
Yep. Alright, that was a very surprising hold, to be honest. I did not expect it. After the Invisible Woman ult was kind of thrown early in that early fight, which seems like forever at this point, but she's already got it almost once again, and they've got actually both support ults coming up, so Eternity and Beyond looks really strong right here.
Looks like Captain America's trying to flank, do some damage in the backline to Ult F4. Surprising that they didn't push harder and not the last point there to get it out.
Oh no! Captain America was too far forward. He didn't help his team with the ult to counter the Ultron. So really good heads-up play from Ult F4. Don't interact to be specific. Now they're at a point, Eternity Beyond, they need to chain the White Fox hold after this just to stay alive, but it's still not going to be enough.
All you need to do is just burn time at this point.
Yeah, they're literally just going for how long can we go, because this is most certainly last fight territory.
Especially if this next side of the convergence map goes 3 points, the more time you have in overtime is really valuable.
Yep. Yeah, every second matters. Wow, they're really fighting hard. So the spawn point is really coming into play here, where Eternity Beyond is just holding it for so long. So even though they lost their invis early on, the White Fox keeping them up with Hurl just allowed time for her teammates to come back. And then once that comes in, especially with quick characters such as Captain America coming back online, it's just a steamroll at that point. You have to win decisively when you're attacking at this point.
Yeah, they've had an excellent game from Barry B. Benson and Ray starting out of this game for Winter Soldier and Emma, but it's not looking like they're making a push with all these kills.
Yeah, it's just you need to win decisively. All right, hold might be the answer to that. Oh no, they're losing on both fronts, forward and back. The Hulk going in, making plays. Captain America getting demolished in the backside. Oh, this is a clean. So they got a 4 or 5 with the Winter Soldier going. Okay, there's nobody left. This is
Ray is cleaning up here to end this round.
Yeah. And he's got another one, I think. Not expired, but he's not gonna need it.
I'm opening a portal.
All right, 11 seconds left.
So the Eternity Beyond definitely started out very shaky on defense, but had a fantastic hold to burn a lot of time there at the end of that round, even though Winter Soldier and Emma were rolling for Ult F4.
Yeah, definitely. I think Ult F4, I'm surprised they didn't change more. Definitely don't change the Hulk. Keep the Hulk. I'd like to see them, maybe the Emma might get a little more value if she changed. But then at the end of the day, it worked in the end. I just think that or maybe focus more on the cap. I don't know if the cap was a big problem per se. The one thing for him, I think, was that when he ults, he needs to be like, when you ult as Captain America, it's like a support ult, but it's like White Fox where you like have that small little area of effectiveness. So you need to have you need to be like telling your team, hey, I'm gonna ult, everybody push in. But the problem is that the Eternity Beyond team often will not want to push in. Like the Moon Knight doesn't want to push in, and so. Then you're like kind of conflicted. Like, what do we do? Do we actually push in with him, or do we stay back? So that's the one like oddity for their comp that I was thinking of whenever they were ulting at the end specifically.
And a huge result of banning Magic to start that game. Flaming lumps on Magic, that might be a different result very quickly here in the first round. So excited to see how they swap up their comp going on offense and see if they can push it faster and get 11 seconds, more than 11 seconds to end this round.
Yeah, definitely. So as long as they finish it, they're okay, right? But if they don't finish, then they'll definitely lose the map, and they'll be down 0-1 at the best of 3. So that is what we're dealing with here. They do decide to keep the same combo that they swap in the Strange. They're not going with the Captain America, which could be a good play. I just like to see that they have more to answer the Ultron, because right now it's just Luna. That's their only hit scan.
Right.
Luna is very good, but she needs to be healing, right? So if they had triple healer, that'd be a different story.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we'll see if the Strange teleport comes into play for Eternity and Beyond here on their attack push as well.
Yeah, Calvin get a little out of place. Oh, he gets brought down early. It's not looking good for Eternity and Beyond. No.
But just like we saw them come out cold a little bit on defense, let them warm up on offense and see if they can.
Yeah, somebody playing with them, maybe you had the same experience where like early on, it's like you steamroll them and then they kind of adapt, and you maybe at the same time get a little bit of a big ego going, and then next thing you know, they've taken the first point. You're like, okay, we actually need to focus up, but they've already got you downloaded, so to speak. So this team is very good at adapting. Sid is a very great coach at like keeping everybody cool and adjusted.
100%. Yeah, all Eternity Beyond needs here is a couple picks to start this push, and they can take this point, but they got to go quick here.
Yeah, could be the one if they just get one pick and then steamroll that into more. This could be 0.1, but the Hulk got say DMAC from Overwatch, excuse me, but yeah, he's miniature form, and this could be the point. They need to be pushing it now so he doesn't get it back.
Yeah, we got the Overwatch coming out again on the commentating here.
Old Fiesta. All right. The res is definitely doesn't seem to be enough. Oh, the ult from Winter Soldier. Oh, that's gonna seal it for sure. There's no way that the turning beyond below this.
Oh, you say that. You never say never until they get that point.
they gotta get the rocket. No, okay, there you go. Oh, that's just one of those instances where you just like you're spamming Q, and then as soon as you get it, you go up and like, oh, that was a big mistake. The teleport coming in could be big though.
It looks like Strange has ult here. We'll see if Sid's gonna use it.
That's good to hold. Yeah, definitely just hold it.
And a nice wipe by Eternity Beyond. They should be able to get this point after this kill.
Yep. So definitely a really good ult from Calvin at the end just to secure it. Like they may not have needed the MO, but especially when it comes to capturing that first point, you just want to get it. There's no reason to risk it. So definitely good play from him. They do have the White Fox ult as well versus the, they get some staggers here, which are really nice. So this is going to guarantee additional cart room for sure. They should get it at least halfway up this little section of extra stairs. And also coming into that wasn't enough, the White Fox ult. So they need to be stacked together for it too. There's so many times where like you see that White Fox ult and then like your tank or DPS that's not with you just dies on the other side of the card or something because they aren't near. So you got to be on the same page.
And for those of you who are new to Marvel Rivals and or Overwatch, the first game type for this first game is a convergence map where they go for domination on the first point and then convoy for the rest of the map. So after this game, we'll see a full convoy and a full domination.
Yep, so right now, Eternity Beyond is actually setting the pace for that payload that you referenced, Van, because they have their eyes on point 2 here. It's going to be hard for ult F4 to turn around.
It took a little while to get that first point, but man, they're rolling with the payload to get this first half of the convoy.
Yeah, the Winter Soldier ult came out, but he definitely got shut down by Emma real quick. Calvin doing a good job. Hulk is going to be mini form. The ult coming in with the Emma could be a turnaround. Yes.
Oh, and Winter Soldier Ray has got a triple kill here to hold them for a little while longer.
The beautiful thing about Winter Soldier is that the ult is great, and it can definitely steamroll, but just as pure output of damage, especially when you got an Emma ult on the enemy team, like grabbing them, and you just like automatic easy headshots, like he can just destroy your whole team. So great ult from Barry there to set him up.
Yeah, and good kills from Ray and a good cleanup from the captain Nathan to stop that first hold there.
So they got the rocket respawn out early, so that's definitely helpful. But they will be playing with a full 6 or ult F4 with, I should say.
Especially when you're playing with a rocket, the biggest key is just hiding that revive beacon. If the other team can kill that beacon, it really weakens what Rocket's able to do on the field.
Yep. Oh, White Fox getting a little too close to the action. Gets taken down with the ult. Oh, no, we got an overlap from Tyrannus here on both of their support ults.
And that's something they definitely don't want to do going forward. We'll see if they can recover.
Now they're all in, so they're just up in the ante here with more ults. But as long as they get the second point, it's going to be worth it, but definitely not in the way that you'd want. Rocket ult coming out. Countered by the Moon Knight. It's wait a second. Ray's popping off. You gotta pay attention to the Winter Soldier, else he's gonna oh no. Oh no.
Ray and Nathan are doing some damage even after the double healing ult. This is gonna be detrimental for Eternity Beyond here.
Yeah, this is when it comes into play. The triple support just really shines, right? Because they lost the support, they lost a couple players, but you've got that healing to just sustain through and just keep it going, especially with a high damage output character like Winter Soldier. If you don't pay attention to him like you should, like we saw there, because he was right next to the payload, and they just were not like looking at him because they were probably close to getting some other kill. I didn't actually see who they were focusing, but it was not the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I'm interested to see the final stat card after this game, but Winter Soldier's got a ton of final eliminations in this first game.
Yep, he's a farming machine, so you got to keep an eye on him.
Here goes the teleport in. Let's see if they can capitalize.
The ult from Strange got canceled. Great grab from Barry. White Fox ult coming out. Looks like even though they're down Calvin on the Emma, they might still have enough. Oh, another reset from Winter Soldier coming in.
Ult F4 with some valuable revives from Rocket there, giving them extra life.
This is it, man. That's the game. They don't have oh. That
looks like
rough.
that's gonna do it for the first round.
Yeah.
Oh,
Calvin's coming in, but it's too little, too late, man. I mean, wow. Okay, that was unexpected. It looked like Eternity was just rolling, and then They didn't even change the comp. I don't think I spotted a comp swap from Alt F4. It's just like some switch was flipped. I didn't see it get flipped, but something happened. Maybe they rallied in the Discord. Something happened, and they were just.
And with no surprise, Ray gets the MVP with 47-6 on the stat card. A huge game for Winter Soldier in round 1. 34 final hits. Guys, that is an incredible performance by Ray in game 1. We'll see if he can keep it going in game 2, but Eternity and Beyond does not have any answers for Winter Soldier after the first game. Looking at the stat card, pretty even on healing after the first game. It's just, there's nothing like good offense, and Winter Soldier and all of the Alt F4 team, Hulk was doing some crazy things. Barry, the whole lineup, everybody was getting kills and contributing. A pretty decisive win by Alt F4 in the first round. All right, so you saw the stat card, Will. What do you expect? Are they going to swap bans going into the next game? I know it's only round 1 of the first game, but do you envision they're going to make any changes going into the second game?
It looks like we might have lost Will for a minute.
Okay. We'll wait for him to get back here. On the other side, Eternity Beyond had some really good flashes throughout that game. We'll see if they can turn it around. They had a solid gameplay, solid defense there at the end of the first round. We'll see if they can turn some offense up going into round 2.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, they were doing really well. It's just I was talking about adaptation from Eternity Beyond. However, Alt F4 definitely turned it around as well. Like they figured something out. I think Ray had a big part of it. But you can't just say, hey, he hit his shots, great job. He was in the right place at the right time. However, the distractions that his team were implementing, just keeping the focus on the tanks, was definitely a big role in why he was so successful. And his ults were great too. But even without them, he definitely was able to get the damage out.
And some unsung heroes, Alt F4 definitely had some fantastic healing to keep their team alive there.
Yeah, it's so easy to overlook the healing, right? Because it's just like you don't really. It's not as apparent, especially when you got 3 of them on a team, right? But they are definitely putting in work, distracting the enemy team, making sure that Ray and people like him are able to do what they need to do. So definitely, big props to them.
And I think you cut out there, Will, while I was saying that last comment. Do you envision, I know it's only round 1 of the first game, but do you think either team's going to make any changes on their bans going into game 2?
Yeah, so I'd like to see more. It's hard to say, right? Because with Eternity Beyond, like both teams had their points in the game. It looked like, oh, this team is looking really good. Obviously, Alt F4 coming up on top, but Eternity Beyond had a great strategy. I don't know what from Alt F4 was really giving them the most problem. I think maybe the Bucky was what I would ban. Even on the points where he did not get that ult rolling and get like the multiple again. So for those you don't know, with Bucky, aka Winter Soldier, when you hear the armed and ready and he comes down, he executes you if you get too low, and then if that happens to anybody, he doesn't have to get the final blow. He gets another one, and he keep doing that indefinitely until he runs out. He gets like 8 seconds between each usage, and so that's why it's so devastating.
All right, and to no surprise, the first ban out of the gate is Hulk for Eternity Beyond, and also no surprise, the ban of Magic for Alt F4. And after 34 final hits, I think you kind of have to keep the Winter Soldier there as your save.
Yeah, Winter Soldier was crucial. I'm pretty surprised they didn't actually ban him first, but yeah, I'm still keeping my eye on him this game, especially now. So we'll see how they adapt.
Interested to see how they go after Hulk here. And it's a Namor ban, so for anyone who doesn't know, Namor is a big dive counters where you're protecting your team in the back line. We'll see if their team has a swap in play style here with that Namor ban in mind.
Yeah, and he hadn't been buffed yet, but his squids just could be super annoying, especially if the backline, keeping the backline safe. He's just super good at like harassing the front line of the enemy team, or if you can hit long range spears, it's definitely really good. No fall off damage on him or anything like that. It's just hard to hit because they're kind of slow. But if you can, he's just a great all around character. Maybe not quite as much burst as say a Bucky or a Punisher, but definitely really strong at keeping the backline safe, especially from those squishier flankers.
Going into our last ban here, we'll see what Eternity and Beyond does, and they ban Nate's Rocket. We'll see if that inhibits their healing going into the second game.
Yeah, he was definitely really strong. His ults were really sweet, really perfect, and then we saw multiple times where in the res beacon was crucial. For the most poignant one was wherever we were pitching on for second point, and Ray got picked early, but the res beacon saved him, right? So you get that 45-second cooldown rolling while also simultaneously not fighting 6v5. So absolutely. I definitely think it was really, and it's just a great character all around. He can play super far away and just be spamming the healing orbs down the lane and just get massive value. Super safe character, especially if you're playing like a 2 support. So with 3 support, it's not as big a deal, right? Because you got that extra healing. But if you've just got 2, you can have that 1 support that you really don't have to worry about, right? Because he's way in the back with hyper mobility, ability to scale walls, and able to heal himself pretty easily. So very valuable.
With the Rocket ban here, team captain Nathan has swapped to Cloak and Dagger for game 2. We'll see if he can do as well with Cloak as he did with Rocket in the first game.
Definitely.
Looks like a little bit of a swap from Eternity and Beyond going into the Convoy portion, the second game here. What do you see from their team comp-wise?
Starts in 5, 4.
Yeah, so I definitely like the Punisher. I think that's going to be huge. It's funny they're coming out on it, right? Because it's a huge counter to Groot. So I think that's a really, it's going to work out in their favor. They didn't know it, I don't think, off the rip, but this is going to work out really well. And I think it's a very strong player as well on him because Sebi is a Punisher guy. He's a hit scan, so he's going to be putting out lots of damage.
Yeah, especially after they banned Punisher after the first game. We'll see if Sebi can take advantage with it not getting banned in the second.
Yeah. Definitely, and Ultron is super susceptible to Punisher as well. So huge props here. Calvin's, he looks like he's doing less of a flanking maneuver on the Thorn. I like to see that because Ulta 4 is well practiced against them.
Yes, they got to play a little bit more conservative here in the second game. If they let it get out of their hands, that might be the end of their night. So
you're seeing a glimpse of what Thor is able to do. You see the pulls, right? So when he swings his hammer and he comes through, he will push anybody forward, and he did that to the Groot multiple times. The Groot is a very easy character to manipulate in that way. So with that in mind, Ulta 4 is going to be battling a character down because it works both ways, right? The Rocket is not there now, so that since the ban from Eternity and Beyond, they're fighting 6v5.
Don't interact with a huge pick there on Flaming Monk to start their attack push. Yep. We'll see if this Ultron ult can do wonders for him, and it looks like it does. A huge pull by Ulta 4 there.
Oh man, see, right, so basically the thing you need to know is that Ultron builds his ult so fast. He's one of the fastest, if not the fastest support as far as building ult's concerned, and they used it like immediately. So that means that there's no enemy support ult to counter it. So it's basically a free first ult battle fight win.
It looks like Sebi has ult here. We'll see if the Punisher goes in and does some damage here for Eternity. They gotta turn it up and get going quick.
Yeah. The time is definitely not super problematic here, but they definitely want to say, hey, we need to get a hero, else we're gonna have to start making some swaps. So the thing they need to keep in mind is that when the Punisher ults, he's actually very, very vulnerable. The Ulta 4 team does not have a Magneto, but it's still gonna be very, very troublesome.
And we'll see what's happening inside that Invis ult here.
Looks like no kills just yet, so this is going to be a huge benefit for Ulta 4 to have lived that. Or sorry, Eternity and Beyond, but they lose Calvin, so that's not looking good for him right now.
A 1-to-1 trade here. We'll see if either team can come out of this fight on top.
Yeah, I'm wanting to see the Punisher, but they're just.
There we go. There are two picks from Eternity and Beyond. There goes 3. Looks like they're making a push.
Yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be it. Unless they have a swap to Strange, I don't think he's gonna be in time unless we have somebody that's gonna be able to delay the card, but doesn't look like that's gonna be the case. So it looks like this is gonna be 0.1. Let's see how fast Pinochle is at No, it's gonna be too late. Too little, too late. Good try.
And a great push by Sid on Magneto there. That was a big push to get that first point.
I'm surprised we didn't see a swap to Magneto from ult F4 because with the Punisher, and he's got his ult right now. So I'm looking at the Punisher, see when he's got this ult, because this thing is going to be huge.
He's been holding it for a little while here.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't need a little too far forward.
And important to note, Calvin's being an absolute pest in their backline. He's holding down the fort for eternity.
Yeah, they're still popping up, so they're still committing. They feel like they can win this with the Moon Knight, which seems like it's going to be working out for them. The Ray has something to say about that. Yeah, so you got to keep your eye on him, especially with a Moon Knight. He's so susceptible to it. So if I were turning beyond, I would be telling ASW, bro, hit that Q button, man. Let's hit it. Just let us know where you do it so we can heal you. We can power through, because the Punisher farms his ult so quickly. Like you can get it so back. He could have had it twice. So here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, he's gonna be farming the Brute down, and it's just after that. Oh, they do counter with it. Also, I'm surprised the team invested. We'll see if they can battle it out. The Ultra has to fly really low to get the value from the Cloak and Dagger. It's really awkward for him.
But it looks like they did not get the value out of that punish ult that they were looking for.
They got a few kills. It's just, well, they are winning, but like
Calvin's doing some damage here, pushing them back. We'll see if this push can help them.
Yeah, they're coming back. They're getting some valuable room though, so it's like not a clean fight win, but they get a lot of space, a lot of cart movement.
Yes. Yeah, Calvin does a great job of creating that space in the front line.
Yeah, he knows when to push, man. Like when you see the battles going in his favor, oh, I'm surprised he hit that.
Here we go.
It's crazy.
Can Calvin take out Ray and get this push going?
This could be another extension.
The 1v1 here.
Welcome.
What a fight! What a fight! Oh, and he's backing out.
The Ultron was there, so it was a 1v1 for a little bit, but Ultron ruined it.
And if they get the point, that's all that matters.
Yeah, right? Nobody, at the end of the day, 1v1s aren't really what define this, and they get second point. Let's take a look at the ults. So we've got Strange and Ultron versus a Invis ult, but the problem is that we got some staggers here, so it's going to be ult or not. I'm surprised Sensation decided not to teleport to the other spawn point, so with that in mind, the Ulta 4 is going to have to be taking it really slowly for a little bit while they wait for our team to recover. Oh, and Ray gets picked too. This is not looking good for him.
No, a complete swap, but Turn It and Beyond is really turning it on offense here to start the second game.
Yeah, so it's, for anybody that's not familiar, if you stagger AK, you lose a guy out like with a 6v6, and he just 6v5, and they come back, and then while they're coming back, somebody else dies, and then while they're coming back, somebody else dies, then you just never get a clean fight, and that's how you basically just throw games. And that's, I'm not saying they're throwing, it's what's happening right now.
And it looks like Punisher has ult again for Turn It and Beyond. Let's see if they can push with it.
Yeah, so on the other side, they only have Ultron, which is going to roll them right now, but they didn't get any kills off it. So this would be a perfect time to punish her ult. They have no counter ults.
I would pop it right here for them.
Yep. That would be it. Oh, he's too close. Oh, tragedy. Oh no, he gets too close to the Strange when he pops his E. He puts out a huge amount of damage. You do not want to be around it if you're a DPS player, because you would just get eaten alive, which is what you saw there. So this is terrible on multiple fronts, right? Like not only did they lose the fight, they might have captured the point there. In addition, Ulta 4 now has the Cloak and Dagger ult. They're coming up on the Invis ult. This is going to be a tragedy if they don't finish it. They still have time. Like it's not like they're super worried, but oh no. And just what I mentioned, the stagger, we're seeing the White Fox get a little too close for comfort.
I think it really needed to be there. I think we would be remiss if we didn't think that Ult F4 was going to get all 3 points on their attack run as well. So they needed to win 3 points, but also get time. And time is a...
Oh no, and the stagger continues. Yeah, the Eternity Beyond is not having a full 6v6 fight in a little bit. And let's not forget, right, if Eternity Beyond loses map, like this is it, that's the series, right? Because they lost the last map. So this is really big territory. They want to capture all 3 points to just make sure that Ulta 4 cannot just straight up win in the next push.
Punisher still holding his ult here. We'll see if he uses it in this next fight. 45 seconds left, it's go time.
Yeah, for sure. If they got the White Fox ult rolling too as well, they just burn the Moon Knight. Yeah, so maybe not use it here, but he needs to be popping it for this next fight. The problem is they're going to post support ult, so we'll see if they use. Oh no, they lose the Moon Knight. They needed all 6, man.
They really need to pop this Punisher ult here if they want to have a chance to get this third point.
Yep. I completely agree. He's too close again. No.
Just a devastating sight to see.
I don't want to be like mean, but this is rough, dude. Such confusion coming out, trying to turn tables. He's probably looking for the invis, but he can't find her because she's a viz. It's tough, right? I mean, that's what smart people do. They ult on the invisible woman, and then they just do a viz. And if you can't find, like, see where she was originally, like, you can't find her, and that's gonna be it. So that's rough, dude. That's so rough.
Really leaves a bad taste in your mouth to see that Punisher ult stay on the table for those last 2 or 3 fights there.
It happens. I mean, like, it's tough because, like, there's multiple times where if he had popped it, yeah, they had answers for it, but you want to get those answers out so that your other team, when they have their ults or they get a kill, they can't counter that with the answer that you left them, mostly referring to as enemy support ult, right? So definitely a good push, though. Like, you know, well played from the team. Push. Yeah, definitely really good push. So as it stands, Ulta 4 needs to get it past the second point and then just at least, you know, any distance beyond what To Eternity Beyond got. So there will not be a draw, right? This is going to be either Game 3 or Ulta 4 wins.
So we're going to see what Eternity Beyond is made on defense. And again, if Ult F4, if they're able to make a good push here, they win the entire series. So, and also making it into the second round. So high stakes here on this last half round.
Definitely, yeah. So looking at the swaps, we see. Don't think I see anything. Maybe my memory is not serving me well, but it looks like we're playing the exact same thing. So both teams feeling comfortable with where they are. I'm surprised. I think Eternity Beyond can play the triple support. I'm surprised that they haven't pulled that out. I've seen them play the Ultron. Maybe they don't like it. The Moon Knight has been really working well for them, which is what Flaming Lump would play the Ultron. So we'll see how the adaptation will be outside of character swaps.
But it's at least good for Eternity Beyond. They got that push at least, you know, maybe 2/3 of the way through the map. Gives them some breathing room here.
Yeah, they need to set the pace here early. They need to get that early ult because, like I said before, the Ultron will get his ult first, so it's gonna be really okay. This is a great pace setter. Sebi getting that opening kill.
We'll see if Sebi can turn it around here on defense.
Yep, just saw Ray just bash down Flaming Lump on the Moon Knight. This is a 5v5, but it's looking really good for Ulta 4 right here.
Oh, and a good pull by Winter Soldier.
Grab. Oh man.
And just like he was doing in Game 1, Ray is also off to a hot start here in Game 2.
Yeah, and then it's off to the races for Ulta 4. They are point 1 is all but lost at this point. You can't even teleport back with Strange if you're True in Eternity.
And they try to at least touch to burn a few seconds at a time, but it's not gonna.
When you try to push through like that in a single file down one hallway against the Groot, yeah, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yes,
you're gonna have a bad time.
Yes, they pizzaed when they should have French fried.
That's what I'm saying. And if you take a look at the support ults, they all are at like 90%. Ultron's at 77. I'm surprised he hadn't been building as fast as we've seen. It's probably because they've just been when you don't have as much damage being taken, and like the healing isn't as quite as much there. So right now we're just going to see how this next point.
F4 with some really good pressure here in the second third of the convoy map. They're creating a lot of space.
So Turn Beyond blew the Invis ult as well as Ulta 4. However, they're coming up on top. Ulta 4 is, and so this is. Oh no! This might be the second point already. This is not looking good whatsoever. The Eternity is like falling apart at this point. This is very surprising.
But it's not over yet. We've seen stranger things. And
they can come back. Yeah, exactly. Emma coming from the backside. It's a great play from Calvin. He's got to set the pace here. They got to keep him up though. Groot's doing his thing, separating the team.
And Strange doing a good job there, shielding that ult from Emma.
Yeah, completely negating. Here comes the Punisher ult. This could be big if they keep him up. Oh.
Off by Ultron.
This looks like it's going to be second point for Ulta 4, most certainly. Yeah, it's all over but the crying. At least it's second point. It's not over. Eternity is definitely. Oh no! And then they ulted with the Luna. It just goes from bad to worse, man. This is not looking good. She might not even get out. She's probably dead as well, which would just be absolutely tragic. See that blue line right there? She just passed through. That's all Ulta 4 has to get to, and it's maybe one fight territory, 2 fight territory here before they end up taking that.
And if you look at the top, they have a whole 5 minutes left to push on attack. So Ult F4 is going to have a slew of chances here in this third half.
All right, well that's okay. So that's one. That's step 1 out of like 8 for them to actually hold this map. They need to get more staggers. So they need to be able to pick up one more and then just delay the fight. But it's not always going to happen. So this is what you're seeing the difference. Ult F4 is doing a good job not staggering, aka making sure that the whole team is back together before they commit to a 6v6 fight.
And some excellent healing happening for Ult F4 here.
Definitely, yeah. With the triple support, definitely makes that a lot easier, right? Seeing the ults.
Oh no. Huge ult by Ray.
Oh no. Well, they're fighting back the Moon Knight ult coming in, but they just don't have the heals. They only have Viz woman up at this point. That's going to make it really tough to stay alive.
The good thing is that they have a close spawn. Let's see if they can touch here.
That's a good point. Yeah, they are coming back, so good job. They have just 3 supports patty caking each other. It's very hard to kill anybody when they're doing that.
Some fantastic healer play by Nathan, Interact, and Sensation here.
Yep. Oh, and they might get a stagger, so... All right, so they are going to be able to hold. So they did not get any extra room, so this is really looking really good for Eternity as far as this early fights in the 3rd point.
Calvin trying his best to get anything he can here. That's one pick. Let's see if they can get a couple more.
Oh, the return for two ults on the side of Ult F4. They need to get kills out of this, otherwise it's going to be huge for Eternity. They counter with the support ult. Here comes the
Carter with 1.
Yep, here comes the
Carter with 2.
The Punisher ult as well coming out. He's not delaying anymore. I think he learned his lesson from that last one, man. He's not holding it. I'd like to see it. I like to see it, especially because there's no Magneto on the other side to counter it, right?
And Sid is just cleaning up with Magneto. So they've turned it around. They've burned 2 minutes. They got to hold for 3 more here. This is getting exciting.
What looked like an impossible task looks like just a very difficult task at this point. Especially if you look at Ult F4, they are coming out support ults, Ultron and Cloak, but outside that, like maybe when the Winter Soldier gets his, but we'll see what Flaming Limb can do with his Moon Knight ult, because that's kind of been getting a kill every single time as I've seen it.
And especially Parmesan's got that Cloak ult. We'll see how they use it here.
Oh, true. All right, here comes the engage. It's just Groot trying to separate the team out. Ultron ult. He's getting massive damage. Oh, somebody gets isolated. Oh, we need to split on the main. Oh, the ults. Oh, what happened?
All of the ults are coming out right now.
Forward. So the Cloak ult went forward, but the Punisher and the Magneto from 2 and 3 were too far behind. Didn't get benefit from it, looks like.
Interact with the
no. This is desperation mode for Eternity Beyond. Let's see if they get staggered anymore. This would be horrible. Calvin getting a return that they could hold with that.
All they have is the Magneto ult here coming up in the next few seconds. And Punisher goes down.
Oh, that's really bad. Oh no. But they get that they need to kill the Strange. Otherwise this could be it. Calvin might go down too. Good bubble. He needs the Magneto ult. He needs a Magneto ult or else. Oh no! Almost had it. This is desperation, but there's no way, dude. There's no way they hold this. Oh,
that looks like that's the series. So Ult F4 beats Eternity and Beyond in 2 games to advance to the 2nd round.
Wow, that is not what I expected.
Such an unexpected outcome, but congrats to the underdogs, Ult F4 and their captain Nate on advancing.
Yeah, congrats to them. Definitely well played. This triple support really came out strong for them. The Ultron ults were really good. Definitely had some good tank play. I think the Winter Soldier was a really strong pick for them. Overall, they just had a strong game plan. And I didn't really see any huge ults where I was just like, oh, that was. They either didn't use it when they should have, or double ulted. I didn't really see much of that. So their synergy seemed very well practiced. They are a very good team and a contender going forward.
You know, a lot more even game on the stat sheet, but as you can see, the triple healing was just so much for Eternity to overcome there.
Yeah.
So much healing from Ult F4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see the Ultron put in more healing than the Cloak did, right? So that should tell you something. And the damage he does is insane. So he's definitely a sleeper pick, I would say. He's definitely really, really strong, and just the range that he can harass whoever he wants on the map as long as you can see him, right? So especially against a Moon Knight, he can just harass him from as far away as he wants to. So I think that was a big reason as to why they were so successful today. And you see the save, right? That's harkens to why they're such a value pick for him.
And we'll see if we get word here if we're going to go to the post-game interviews here in a bit, or if we're just going to have to listen to us talk for a few seconds more here.
We're waiting for the talk about that, like that. Real quick.
that game was pretty intense. And definitely surprising. The surprising aspect is something that I could chat about more. But let me know.
Well, no matter what happens next here, Will, it was good announcing with you, and I think our teams will see each other in the second round, so it'll be exciting for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you've crafted a great team. So good. Best of luck to you. But it's definitely been a pleasure. This is a lot of fun. I always enjoy talking about Marvel Rivals because there's just so much to talk about. We try to do the best, but there's so many things going on simultaneously. It's impossible to get it all.
All right, we're getting word from our tournament masters that some interviews are coming up here.
Yeah, we're gonna have Rainiru from Ult F4. He was the Winter Soldier. We were gassing up for the majority of the game.
Yes.
Let's see. We're waiting for him to join. They're probably popping champagne bottles in the Discord channel, things like that. If anybody watching the finals, it's very, very appropriate, although we are still on only game 4 there. But speak of the devil is Ray. Hello, sir.
Ray, how's it going, man?
Hey, man. How are you feeling?
I am feeling pumped right now. I'm so proud of my team.
I know, dude. Y'all seem like y'all have really great synergy as like an entire team. Does that seem out of the order? Like, do you agree with that?
Let me tell you something. I am so proud of us. The past week, we have had team bonding after team bonding after team bonding, and we came together tonight, and we forgot about everything and focused on the game. That's how we won.
Yeah. So okay. So that's what you would say is the biggest reason that y'all were able to come away with the win tonight. Is that what you'd say?
Yeah, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of my Hulk. I'm so proud of my healers for keeping the Hulk up. I'm so proud of everybody focusing the same person. Yeah, the whole team deserves credit.
Ray, was there a specific map or a round or fight where you in your head, you kind of just in the back of your mind, just like, we have this, we can do it? Was there a turning point that you had there throughout the games?
Absolutely not. Like the whole time we had no idea what to expect, and it could have turned instantly. So like props to my teammates, seriously.
Yeah. So I've heard you give a few shout outs. Was there somebody in specific that you'd like to shout out? And what did they do well?
I would just like to shout out my leader, Nate. I think he has come a long way since we started playing. He has like brought us all together. And also those +1s with Rocket are very, very good.
Yeah, we saw you took advantage of those revives a few times there and got right back in the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be a little bit extra aggressive where you couldn't be otherwise.
Yeah. But I also want to say props to the other team. Like they are really good. I think it's the hardest match we've had so far. Seriously, hardest match.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, somebody who's played against them, I can also attest to their very, very, very good team. So it speaks volumes to how well what you said about y'all coming together as being fact, right? Because it is a huge challenge if y'all have overcome today. And so next up would be, with this game being able to get chaotic so quickly, how did your team stay focused during the biggest fights?
Dude, I've never seen a team so locked in. It's almost like we share like I don't even know how to explain it. We were so locked in. I don't even know. I don't know how to tell you.
I'm thinking of Hive Mind and Zerg. Does that sound appropriate?
Something like that.
That's what came to mind when you were describing that.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, congratulations, Ray. What do you think this says about your team moving forward in this tournament?
I think it says that we are ready because the new patch is going to come out on Friday. We're going to practice a lot of the new character, and we're going to see where that takes us. So,
yeah, Nate came out talking you guys up as underdogs, but it definitely did not look like that today. You guys were a well-oiled machine out there.
Yeah, thanks so much.
All right, thank you, man. All right.
We also have Calvin joining us from the other team. Gonna ask him some questions about the game. Calvin, awesome job. Obviously, the outcome not what you guys expecting, but what can you take away from those games? How your team performed?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like we were hoping for top 4, but yeah, that's not gonna happen now because we're out. I guess we can take away, like, I can't play Thor into his Bucky. Ray had a really good Bucky, and we played a scrim against them. They really didn't have an answer for that, but yeah, it really wasn't working in this game, and we had a couple of bad support ults, but it was fun. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we just keep it in mind that this is, charity event, and we're all coworkers, and first, right? That comes first. But yeah, definitely doesn't take away the struggles of loss. Like, it's never fun, right? But definitely seem to have a good mindset about it. Outside the you said the support ults and the Thor. What else? Do you really think there's something more impactful in this match, or something that you didn't speak about that contributed to the problems?
I mean, I'm not great at seeing the problems all the time. I'm really not sure. And I think we all played really hard. We all put a lot of effort in. I think we did pretty good.
And it can often seem like, especially with a 2-0, that belies like the match that we just saw, right? Like, there were definitely some times when they were rolling, but there were also times when you guys, like, I thought the first map you guys were rolling to a victory. I was talking and felt like that was going to be the case. What do you think, like, happened on the Bass, because y'all were doing so well, and then that second point, like halfway through the second point, is when it just seemed like everything just stopped? You know what I mean? Like, is there anything in particular, or just maybe they just made some minor adjustments, maybe some positioning changes, what have you, that literally just changed things? I couldn't really point it, so I was trying to say, hey, maybe somebody in the match could, right?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what happened either.
Yeah, they just seemed to, well, when we were talking to Rafe, he had kind of like we locked in mentality about it, so maybe that is just what happened. Yeah, sometimes people hit that flow state, and it just happens.
Well, we're getting word here. We're wrapping up for time. We're going to get the two captains back in here. Calvin, awesome performance. It was a very hard-fought game with two really good teams today, and great job and a good performance representing USA and Gold Star Gamers.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Alrighty. Looks like we got pulled in.
Welcome.
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
So, let's see. So the first questions will be for Ulta 4. We heard Ray speak about this a little bit. What was do you think was the biggest key for your team's win tonight?
I mean, everybody just played well and communicated. Again, I was telling Sid and the other VC, double ulting has previously been an issue for our team, so we really made sure to have the comms on tonight. I think everybody had sort of a backup because we communicated before this match that bans were going to sort of make or break this game. So we kind of made sure everybody has, like, not just one backup, but like 2 or 3 backup players that they can play. We knew that Hulk might get target banned, so we had some backups and stuff like that. And I think just sort of, if I had to sum it up in one word, I would just say, like, or I guess 2 words, is preparation and communication. So.
Okay. All right. And lastly, for Sid, is there anything you want to, say about your team, about how hard you fought and your season?
Yeah, honestly, props to my team. They were able to try their best today. Unlucky that we didn't, get through, but we were here practicing. They put a lot of time and effort into this, so I want to say, like, honestly, we got this far because of my team. So thank you for everyone playing in the tournament, us and, like, my team and every team that's been participating so far. Yeah.
And it really, have to come back, and all that we're playing for here is for Gold Star Gamers and those kids in the charity. So awesome job by you guys putting on a fantastic show for us, raising some awareness, and hoping that we can continue with this tournament and the excitement going forward.
Yeah. It's been a pleasure. Pleasure to have y'all.
Yes, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Anything else you need from the captains, or are we good to drop?
you're good to drop.
Sweet.
All right, see you guys.
Yes.
Thank you guys for your time.
All right, cool. So everybody, so as far as this tournament, yeah, so this is what we're doing right now is that this is the last week of phase one. It technically ends in 2 days. So everybody's to finish their matches. And then the top 2 from each area gets to advance to phase 2, which from then we try to find the top 4 to advance to the in-person match. Everybody will be battling out in San Antonio for the Gold Star Gamers charity.
And just a reminder, that will be live streamed as well as also played in the office, and that's going to be on July 23rd if you guys want to mark your calendars.
Yep, and we'll continue to stream subsequent matches, more details to come. Anything else?
I think lastly, if there are any employees that want to donate to Gold Star Gamers, USAA serves, go donate, support those kids. We're playing for a great cause here and getting a lot of value from this organization.
Yeah, no, it's a great organization. Somebody who's done the mentorship with one of the children in the past. Alex over here is actively doing it, so it's a great cause. Definitely worthwhile, and they do a good job. Not to mention just the outside of the streams and the stuff, but just actually just the service that they put on for the children in these families. So very, very big shout out to them. I appreciate y'all doing this with us.
If there are any employees watching that are interested in mentoring one of these Gold Star kids, reach out to us, reach out to the USAA organization. They can get in touch, and we're always looking for new mentors for these kids and help continue the cause.
Yep. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you very much to everybody at USAA for supporting Gold Star Gamers. Aiden, would you like to take them out?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to do it for us here today. Once again, huge shout and thank you to USA for partnering with Gold Star Gamers, and another huge shout out to our incredible casters, Will and Alex. Thank you both for doing this with us. You guys were absolutely amazing, and you guys really did a great job, and we always appreciate you guys' help. And yeah, we'll see you all at the finals.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Today we are here live on the USAA San Antonio campus for Gold Star Gamers, where we have USAA employees and Gold Star kiddos here competing on behalf of our Gold Star families.
We have Gold Star Gamer kids here representing 5 different families of service members that lost their life. And each one of the USA teams is representing a different child and their parent.
I'm representing Sergeant Hester.
My dad, he was in the Army and he was a sniper. It feels great that they're representing him.
It does hold a deep and dear place in my heart, be able to represent someone that has fallen in the line of duty, right? And to have their family here as well. You want to do the best that you can, right? And I want to be the best example that I can to these kids.
It doesn't have to be about financial products and pricing. It's about how we show up for our members. It's a great way for us to give back, and there's no better way to give back than supporting these kids.
So it's pretty exciting, it gets a lot of people involved, it gets families involved. It's another way to show appreciation to who we support.
Serving our military community and families is more than just what we do. It's truly who we are at USAA. We care about military families, and events like this are a perfect example of that gratitude in action.